Hello, today is Wednesday, September 22nd, 2021. My name is Daniel Mullany, and behind the camera today is Diego Juarez. Today we're filming a video source inspection of two fully refurbished 870S spin wrench dryers. This customer's PO ends in 10747, and they are located here in the USA. So here we have two fully refurbished 870Ss. That means that they are capable of running up to 6-inch size substrates. These systems are equipped with all of our options, which are static eliminators, resistivity, and DI recirculation. Our system serial numbers on these are 01380 and 01379. So this customer actually runs some custom items here. You'll see instead of a standard wafer cassette, we have a custom 4-position that was designed years ago. This is a return orders from our user. Here we have some custom cassettes. Their substrates are being left out of the demo as those are proprietary pieces. But this 4-position style is a good example of a custom rotor that we would design for a user that is looking to dry anything that's not in the shape of a wafer. Over in this SRD, we're actually going to be running normal wafers. This is a 3-inch rotor and cassette, and down here we have a 6-inch cassette. This system will actually be shipped with another custom rotor. As you can see, this rotor has a odd shape as well. We are currently working with our user to design a next generation of cassette. So those ones are being worked on by our engineering team at the moment, and so we can't really demonstrate these rotors, so instead we're just going to run some simple ones in here. But this is a return order, and these run just the same as all the previous SRDs we provided for this user. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get the process started on these tools. Okay, looks good. So in this circumstance, these rotors can actually be run without cassettes in them. This rotor has cassettes, but this rotor doesn't. That's because we have symmetrical rotors. When the rotors are symmetrical like that, they can be run. These rotors would not be able to be ran without our cassettes in there. So a normal rotor has to have your cassette loaded in it, whereas a symmetrical rotor would not need it. Majority of rotors, though, are standard rotors like this. These symmetrical ones are rare and only used in custom circumstances. And we're really only able to do that because the shape of the cassette allows us to position at the 12, 3, 6, and 9, whereas with these guys you have to position them right in the center. That would be the same with this rotor right here. This rotor would require the cassette to be loaded into it in order to be balanced properly. So you could not run this rotor empty. Well, you actually may be able to, but it's never going to run as smoothly as it would with a cassette balanced, and that's the appropriate use. Okay, so everything's running correctly so far here. These guys are running great. Moving into dry 1, a 90-second high RPM dry. This guy running just the same. We're now proceeding through purge, where we're going to purge remaining DI water out of the DI manifold. Yep, everything's looking good. So every SRD refurbished by Sitek goes through the same extensive rebuilt process. We're going to take a rinser dryer and we're going to break it down to the component level. From there, we're going to chemically clean and electropolish all metal parts. We're going to rebuild all the items that can be rebuilt, such as the motor with new bearings, the valves with new poppets, the upright positioner with a new bearing and re-oiled. So we rebuild every part that can be rebuilt, and all items that can't are automatically replaced. That would be the window, door seal, rear bowl seal, the heater elements, the tack sensors, everything like that that can't be rebuilt is then automatically replaced. We consider those consumables. So the objective is that when you receive your tool, it is a like new condition SRD. So once all those parts are prepped, we're going to build the SRD up to the configuration that the customer needs. In this case, they need two 6-inch capable double stack systems. So that's the configuration that they've received. Once the tools are really built up, we're going to bring them into our final test area, which is where we are now. And in our final test, we're going to emulate the fab environment by running a whole variety of different process recipes. We're going to be ensuring that the systems are meeting the correct RPMs, testing out the heaters, and really just verify that the equipment is ready for plug and play in the fab. In this circumstance, our end user has a sensitive requirement for contamination, so they've opted to replace additional parts with new automatically. That would include the bowl, the polished bowl for the process chamber, the nitrogen manifold, and the ACR valves. So we don't have contamination issues with our refurbished systems. That's part of the electropolish and chemical clean process that we go through. But if you do opt for an extra level of security or peace of mind on your end for a more new system, we can replace any of those parts that you'd like with new ones. We can take that as far as building these systems up completely new. And so we do offer this 870S design built entirely new with 100% new parts. So we've got about 2.5 minutes left here. So actually being able to build these tools up new really segues into the topic of our spare part and service support for the spin wrench dryers. We offer 100% of the spare parts and service that you need to keep your tools up and running. That would be any service such as a rotor rebalance, a controller repair, a motor repair, or a motor controller repair, or really anything else associated with the system. Those are just some examples. And we also offer all of the spare parts, such as windows, door seals, heater blankets, N2 heaters, tach sensors, ACR valves, solenoid valves, rotor upright piston, tach sensors, motors, controllers, umbilical cables, ribbon cords, or ribbon cables. Really, every single part that you need to keep your tool running, we offer as a spare part consumable. And the majority of those parts are also stocked here. So when your system goes down, we're ready to get you back up and running immediately. Okay, so we've got about 2 minutes left now. Do a quick walk around of the tools and glance in. So the chambers look great. They have a small amount of water on the bowl edge right now, which makes sense because we still have a couple minutes of dry time left. But they're all spinning very smoothly. You wouldn't be able to notice any vibration on the camera, and when I touch them, I'm feeling minimal vibration, so they are balanced very well and will have great longevity in the field. Coming around the back here, there is no concern with any leaks or anything else associated with facilities. All the compression fittings look great. The drain tubing allowed for proper water flow out of the systems. So yeah, everything looks great on these tools. Taking a look at our controllers, I haven't seen any alarms pop up. Really, I've just seen it shift from process step to step, from rinse to purge into the dries. I see the bowl heaters are oscillating on and off as they hit set point, so that's correct as well. And overall, these tools are going to run great. In the last 30-40 seconds here, I'll talk about some of the other equipment that Sitek sells and supports. That would be box washers for the HTC 8000 and 4000 series of tools, mask cleaners such as Ultra T, Ultra Tech, and K&S, vapor prime ovens such as YES LP3s, barrel ash and etch systems such as the Branson tools like a Branson 2000, a Branson 3000, or 4000. Or tabletop metrology tools such as Nano 210s, Nano 4000s, 10-core particle counters like a 10-core 5500, or any other profilometer tools. So really kind of a whole variety of tools there that we'll be able to sell as refurbished as well. Okay, so our system is done. We're now in blue. As you can see, green is in operation. Blue means a successful run has been completed. And orange means we are in idle. So taking a look at the bowl chamber, everything looks great. I see a tiny bit of residual water on the bowl, which is what we want. We want a slight amount of residual water along with perfectly dry and warm cassette and rotor, which is what we have here. So everything looks good there. We don't have any cassettes to inspect on this one, so I can just take a look at that. Looks good. Over here, I can feel the N2 as well, just like the other systems, is purging and hot. and the cassette and substrates are dry and ready for the next step in manufacturing. In our bottom chamber over here, we don't have any substrates loaded, but we do have a warm and dry cassette. So this is a great example of a successful video source inspection for today. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to view it. Again, my name is Daniel Mullany, and this is filmed for Sitek Process Solutions. If you'd like to learn more about us, please visit our website at www.sitekprocess.com or give us a call at 916-797-9000, and to reach me directly, dial extension 2201. Hope you have a great day.